Dan here, PA Country Cookers. Needed to do a second review of that Emeril Lagasse pasta maker. Got a lot of comments in regards to the state of the kitchen and regards to state of how I was handling things. So I just want to clear up a few things. So here it is, doing part 2 of the Emeril Lagasse pasta maker. Looking online, I did find quite a few people have an issue with it, and I too have the same issue. So let's get right on into it. So here we are. The pasta maker has been completely disassembled now, and I want to show you what the problem is. There's the problem. Quite a few people have said that this piece right here breaks, and they're correct. Even mine's broken. It should have a tab here and a tab here, and those hold this gasket in place. This gasket prevents the dough from getting to this part of the machine, because there's where the actual motor is, the sensors, and etc. for the device. So without this piece in place, you're going to have two problems. The first problem being this now can rattle, and the second is that dough can get back here. Started thinking about it. They do offer a replacement for, but it's 30 bucks, and it's this whole piece. There's nothing really wrong with the rest of this. It's just this guy here, which got me wondering, is there a way to fix this? But before we really get into how to fix it, I want to show you how I broke mine. So I had just made some dough, and I had discovered that you can remove the spinner by pulling it up, pushing this out, and then there's enough gap for it to come out. Hooray! No problem there. When I was putting it back together, I put this long piece through the hole, went down like this, and instead of going straight through the center, I went down, and that caused this piece to pop out. So, what are we going to do to fix this? First thought was, well, I'll just put it together with one piece here. There should be enough clearance back here to prevent it from popping back out. So we'll go ahead and put it back, but you'll notice there is a ton of room between that actuator and there. So there's no force being provided to keep this piece in. Another thing I was thinking, and I don't have one, but putting a large rubber band around it. But if you notice, there's a lip here that again will keep this from going. So this is just the last ditch effort. I'm gonna glue it. Well, you're thinking, Dan, you already have a disgusting kitchen, as seen from the comments from the first one. Why would you glue this? You're going to get stuff back there. I was like, yeah, I will. But the probability of something yucky getting from in here and back in here after washing it is very, very low. So now I'm going to take this hot glue gun right here. I'm going to hot glue that bad boy there. Hot glue should work fine because one, if it doesn't work, I can put it underneath the hot water from the hot water heater and kind of get it all out. And number two, if it does work, there's no real hot ingredients. This doesn't warm up enough to weaken the glue. So as the glue gun's warming up, I'm checking this to see if it will somehow melt, if it's a low temperature silicone or something like that. It does not appear to be affected by the temperature of the hot glue gun. And this is not like top of the line hot glue gun. This is the $10 or the $5 Walmart one that has a cord that, I can only reach so far with it. But yeah, fortunately, got a new toy, little holder thing for my phone, so I can actually do things two-handed now. Huh, who thought? All right, plan of attack. We're going to take, and we're going to place glue on this side. We're going to put this in there like that, which you can't see, but I'm going to put the gasket in like that with the glue on it. And then I'm going to take and glue this piece onto the plastic housing after the gasket's in there. If you notice, you take a look at the gasket here. Both sides are relatively equal. So there, you see the indentation in here, relatively equal. So it really doesn't matter which way it goes. All that matters is, one, it's going to prevent food from going out, and two, it's going to keep this guy, when it's in here, held in place properly. All right, so let's get some gluing done. I'm gonna use this with my hands, which is always a good idea, you know. There we go. Glue gun does not need to drop onto the floor, and there we are, unintended side effect. Glue has seeped into, let me turn around so you can see, you can almost see it. Glue has seeped into this side right here. With it being a high temperature glue, it's already set, which is fine, it should be all right. Just like that. I mean, after all, my kitchen's absolutely filthy, so as you can tell, I'm a little bit actually triggered by that, if you can imagine that. For the last little bit of gluing here, when you have this in place with it hooked in, oh, that didn't hold it all, did it now? Huh. Okay, never mind. Back up, reverse. So you notice that I removed the glue. Apparently the glue does not stick to the silicone here. It must be some kind of like non-stick silicone. I don't know. So the plan is still to take and put glue on this piece around the edge here, and then place it on here and have the pieces of plastic keep the glue in place, keep the washer in place. All right, so here we go, applying some glue. Glue, 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 glue everywhere. I used to always tell my kids, when you're gluing something, the amount of glue isn't as important as providing pressure. I am violating that principle, I suppose. Come on, there we go. All right, we're gonna hold it in place, let the glue dry, and then see how well it holds. That's relatively well in there, like really well in there. I probably made this no longer dishwasher safe. That's fine. I know how to wash dishes, despite the way my kitchen might look. I'm not gonna let that go. Apparently. Oh yeah, that's solid. So again, let me show you how this goes together and how I messed it up. So this piece here, you take and you place it in like this. That gives you enough room to get that in and out. And that goes like that. Bam. What I did when I was lifting it up like this, let me change the angle. Instead of going straight through the hole like you're supposed to, I missed the hole pushed on the side of the gasket. You could see that displayed there, and it caused it to pop. It didn't take a lot of pressure to do. All right, it appears to be repaired. I do think we've got a fix. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and place a little bit of extra glue on here for a number of reasons. One, because I want that seal to remain sealed. And two, maybe the extra glue will help it. And I know what some of you are thinking, hot glue? Why hot glue? That's what I got. I mean, I could have gone for some epoxy, but honestly, I didn't know if this would work. So we do know now that this should work. The only thing is when you're cleaning this, you're now going to have to make sure that you get in this lip. Let me take this apart so you can see. There we are. You're gonna have to make sure that you get in here between the gasket and get all the gunk out. While I don't think it's gonna be an issue, it's still safer to have all the food particles out of there. All right. Hope you all had a Merry Christmas.